Yo, what's up everybody?
Welcome back to another vlog here in Morocco. If you're new to our channel, we're Peter and Yen, travel vloggers from New Zealand.
Yeah, we took a 4-hour CTM bus from Marrakesh, where we just were, over to Ouarzazate. It was such a beautiful drive, seeing all the amazing mountainous landscapes, as well as all the unique architecture of the buildings and the villages around us.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
It was another half hour though to come back from Ouarzazate to our accommodation here. We actually saw it when we were on the bus driving by.
Yeah, we're currently at Tigminou, which means
my house in Berber, which is the native language of the Moroccans.
yeah, so this is a very unique accommodation, and we're going to show you guys around here first before we head off to our first destination.
Yeah, which is Ait Benhaddou.
From the top terrace of this guest house, what we can see is that the thing that makes this place so unique is its location.
Yes.
We are in very rural Morocco right over here, and as you can see, not many buildings all around me, just mountains and very interesting nature. Palm trees everywhere, as well as cacti, really beautiful looking cacti, and lots of rocks.
Yes, and all these very unique houses.
Yeah, so the houses are actually made of what looks like mud and straw to me. So I've read a little bit about how the Ait Benhaddou is made out of adobe clay, but I'm not sure if this is adobe clay as well. But we'll show you some of the ones that we're living in, and you can still see some of the straw poking out. And another awesome thing is, if you're feeling too hot, there is a pool right here to cool down in.
Yes, we'll probably be needing that later.
Yeah, definitely. And if you pre-book, you can also make use of the spa and hammam here.
Yeah, it's just over there.
Yeah. But we'll show you guys our accommodation now too. This is the wall outside our room, and look at that, you can see the hay just popping out there. There's the mud. All right, bud, you want to show them inside?
Sure thing. Here is our Airbnb. Hopefully it's bright enough for you to see. We'll leave the door open so it should get enough lighting in here. But it is a comfortable little space for the two of us. We've got our bed with some nice clean sheets, tiny little table over there with the 2 chairs, some space for our luggages, and there is a toilet in here, and the bathroom is just over here. So Peter is really good at finding interesting accommodations.
I love them.
Yeah, he loves staying in them, and so when we come across them, we like to share them in our vlogs, and this is definitely one of them. When we were back in New Zealand and in Nelson, we were staying in a
Cob house.
Cob house, yeah, and this kind of reminded us a little bit of it, except check out this roof, it's very unique.
See, all this bamboo holding up the roof, as well as these wooden beams.
Yeah.
You can even see bits of mud that's like just poking out through the little gaps there. It's so cool.
It is very unique and interesting. This place was 110 NZD a night for us to stay.
That's right.
Yeah, and breakfast is included, which is really cool. Plus you can also order dinner here, and it's all cooked for you, and you get to enjoy it out in the terrace over there.
It's also a lot cooler in here than it is outside.
Yes, it is. It's got like natural coolness, which is awesome. Headed out for a stroll now. We need to go find ourselves a taxi to take us over to Ait Benhaddou. And I think the closest is maybe just down that way over there towards those buildings.
We're gonna test our luck.
Peter before wanted us to go on the underpass, thinking it would be safer than crossing this road. This is no underpass. I'm glad I said no.
I don't know.
Stick to this road.
Looks like we can just make a way through these little foresty areas.
Yeah, no, the road nice and clear, and there's enough space for us to stay safely on the side. We got really lucky. We got a taxi, so off we go.
Yeah, it cost us 40 dirhams.
I only about 10 minutes by taxi and we've arrived. We could see it just on the drive over and we're like, whoa, so cool.
So cool, yeah.
I think we're going to go try find a panoramic viewpoint first before we actually head into the Casbah.
Got a little sidetracked over here.
Oh yeah, we saw some really beautiful colored scarves and thought it looked really nice.
Oh, that is a nice looking scarf. Is that how you wanted to wear it?
I have no idea how it's supposed to be. Nice guy showing us.
Hey, this reminds me of what I got like worn on my head at this, yeah. Oh, that looks nice.
I feel like my hair's a bit messy though. I see.
Wow, we've made our way over to the panoramic viewpoint and look how amazing Ait Benhaddou is.
It's incredible.
Yeah, you can totally understand why so many movies as well as TV series and series were shot here. Things like Gladiator, Game of Thrones, Lawrence of Arabia, just to name a few. The list is actually pretty long.
Yeah.
It's located in the foothills of the southern slopes of the High Atlas Mountains, and it's a kasbah, otherwise known as a fortified village.
Yeah.
It's in the Unila Valley, and normally what we've seen down here is a shallow riverbed, but because it's quite warm right now, I'm imagining it's probably dried out.
Must have.
Yeah.
Which means I guess we might be able to actually cross into it through that way rather than from the bridge.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. We should find a way down. I did originally think that it was free entrance to this place, but we got charged 20 dirhams per person at the doorway, and that's to go towards the cost of restoration. That's all good, and we can now head on inside.
Yeah, there's a couple of entry points too.
Yeah.
So the way that we came in actually turned out to be one of the kasbahs here, and there are 5 in total.
We're going to try and make our way to the top of the hill though.
Yes, right at the top to get an even more amazing view apparently.
Oh, that's how they get the color.
Wow.
That's cool.
That's amazing. So it's saffron,
Green tea.
and indigo.
Wow.
And then now heating it gives it some shadows.
Yes.
Wow. Hassan was just saying that it's a technique that's local to here and it's been around for about 20 years, was it?
20 years.
20 years or so, yeah.
Beautiful.
That's really cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Amazing. I think it was maybe only about 5 minutes of spending our time here and we've already come away with a dress-ish sort of thing as well as some of the artwork from Hassan. It's such a cool place to do shopping.
It is.
It's very, very nice.
Yeah, people are quite nice
And
when
friendly.
with their negotiations, yeah.
Yes, that's true. One tip got to give you guys though is that it does get a little bit sandy and I didn't realize that I should have but didn't, and so maybe wearing sunglasses might be a good thing because if the wind blows it can get in your eyes and get a little gritty like what I've got right now.
See that point over there? That's going to be a set for Gladiator 2.
Yes, but we just learned from our friend Isham here, who owns this store, that it's not Russell Crowe this time, it's Denzel Washington.
Oh, I can't wait for that movie.
Thanks, Isham. Ait Benhaddou is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, And the buildings are maintained using all the original materials, which are adobe clay, earth, straw, and wood. And remember reading that it is strictly forbidden to use concrete or cement here.
Yeah, and as you can see behind Yen, it does deteriorate quite rapidly from the elements because of rain and things like that, and so they do need to replenish all the walls and structure quite often.
Yeah, so understandable that there is that restoration fee when you're entering through the Kasbah. Top point, and it is so incredibly windy up here. Found this little corner, but it doesn't really shield us all that much extra. But my goodness, the view is just exceptional. It is stunning up here. You can see all the greenery out that way, and then all the red buildings scattered in between it.
Not to mention the mountains with the clouds on them.
Exactly, exactly. It is just absolutely beautiful. Or as they say in Berber, Ifuki Bezaf. Very beautiful.
Anyone know what this is? This looks like there's crystallization forming inside of these rocks here. Oh, that is so interesting.
We're doing some reading about how this used to be a very important stop for travelers going on the route between Marrakesh and the Sahara Desert, where caravans would transport things like gold and silver and spices. And the citadel used to provide a place of refuge for the travelers, with an inn, a granary,
a mosque as well.
Yeah, and it was a good place for them to be able to stop during their months-long journeys that they would do. Really amazing. This place though, however, the current day one dates back to maybe around the 17th century, I think it was.
Oh my gosh, look at this. This is called a sulumulu apparently. It's a desert bug. That is gigantic. What the?
We're going to head back to our Airbnb now because we've got a dinner booked for tonight. But a couple of other things to note if you're planning on visiting here too. There are a few cafes around, not too many. A lot of them look like they're still under development, but there is one that we passed just over here, and that one's actually run by a cooperative of women. This way that we're exiting on the bridge, it doesn't seem like there was any entrance price to go through. So I'm thinking when we started at the beginning out that way over there, the entrance price is purely because we went through the Kasbah.
Yeah.
So that's something good to note if you're planning on visiting here as well.
I'm happy with it. It went to a good cause.
Yeah, it really did. And it's also such a cool view too, and just getting to explore all through that area as well.
For dinner here, if you book one day in advance, Joanna's husband Fabrice will prepare everything, and if you have any dietary requirements, you just need to let them know. So I'm guessing everything's just going to be a surprise here.
Yeah,
and
I think so.
First dish has just arrived. I'm going to try some of this eggplant mousse on some of this bread. That looks yum.
Ooh.
Very hungry after today as well.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
That's very tasty
Yeah.
and very crunchy. So the food is meant to have a Moroccan touch and a French touch as well. So I'm very excited. We're off to a good start already.
We've also got a beautiful light this evening and getting to enjoy it out here in the courtyard. For the main course, it looks like we have breaded turkey, some potatoes and zucchinis. Look how fancy this is. Looks like a nice crumb to it too. A little bit of that.
I have been craving breaded meats, haven't you, bud?
I love my breaded meat, so... Ooh, oh no, snapped one of those. little bit of the lime. Nice and tasty. I can see the cat just keeps crawling around, meowing at me. I'm sorry, you can't eat this human food. It's very nice. It has a good crispiness to all those potatoes too. And seasoned just ever so slightly. Joanna just gave us some harissa to try, and oh my goodness, if you get the option to try this, you really need to. It's such a nice chili. It's super spicy and punchy. It's salty and it's tangy too, which I really like. You can taste like the lemony, lime-ish sort of zest to it. Goes really, really well with that turkey. So good.
For dessert, we've got a saffron panna cotta with the almond crumble on top, and it comes in this like jiggly little enclosure here.
Cute.
Okay, let's go in for a try. Oh, I like the texture of it already.
Hold on, let's get a zoom on that.
That looks real yum. Oh,
I heard a crunch.
that is really, really delicious. It's incredibly creamy, and you can taste a little bit of eggy in that, of that panna cotta as well. Oh, it's so good. It's the right amount of sweetness as well, not overly sweet. And I love the crunchy stuff on top.
Yum.
What a fantastic meal it's been.
Yes.
Yeah, it cost us 190 dirhams per person, and yeah, just need to book in advance. But yeah, what a great way to top off the day.
Sure has been. That was a really nice dinner, but we rushed out here just so that we could catch the last of the sunset before it dips down past the horizon and to do this wrap up.
Yeah, we've really enjoyed today. It's been super unique, and also just meeting all the Berber people around here as well.
Yeah.
They're super friendly.
Yes,
and
they are.
Yeah, and just the joy. It's been awesome.
Yeah, I love learning a couple of Berber words as well, like tanmeret, which is thank you. Gotta work on my pronunciation, but I'm trying.
Yeah, also you'll find that prices here are much more reasonable. Like people won't like raise taxi prices or start with really insanely high prices at the souks as well. So that's always a plus
But
too.
it is expected, as it is all around Morocco, that you do negotiate a bit here and there. It's part of the culture, also part of the experience.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Ait Benhaddou, beautiful place, definitely recommend it. A lot
Massive
of
thumbs up.
a lot of people suggest that you go there either very early morning or late afternoon to evening to avoid the crowds and the heat. So we went, I think it was roughly around 3ish in the afternoon. But if you could go a little bit later, I think it'd be nice because then you could catch the sunset over there as well.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, we hope you enjoyed this vlog of ours. And if you did, please do remember to give our video a thumbs up. Leave us a comment. Have you been here? Would you like to come here? All of that really helps. And if you can share our video, that too would be fantastic. And please do subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We'd love to have you join us for the rest of our adventures.
Until the next one, everyone.
Catch you next time.
See ya. Whoa.
You okay?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Thanks.